You know, it's possible I've never actually come out and walked on the moor when it's snowing. So this is a bit of an experience for me, but hey, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, but it is bitterly cold. Oh my god, it's cold. I have my scarf I've been wearing up like this to try and keep my face just a little bit warm. But yeah, we're heading out over there to try and find a place called Child's Tomb. I'm probably not going to do too much recording just because the ground is really slippery and oh my god dangerous. I've already stacked it twice, so I want to try and keep my wits about me a little bit. But I wanted to quickly discuss, just like that, some stuff which went down last month when I went out to Dartmoor Pool. What you saw was the beginning and the middle of the walk. I got to the letterbox and that's where I ended the vlog because I wanted to concentrate on getting back. I chose a different route to go back via, which was fine, that worked out, no problem. But when I got back to where the trees were, where the forestry was, the wind and the fog and the mist was coming in, and it started to get dark. As a result, I got a little bit what is locally known as pisky led. I got turned around a bit, which was not so good. Ended up adding an extra 3 miles to the walk, and ultimately ended up going not getting off the moor until nearly 10 o'clock in the evening, about 5 hours after sunset, and walking out on the moor at night in the dark, it's not so fun. So yeah, that's what happened there. Not so good. It just goes to show that the moor can turn on you very quickly, and you got to keep your wits about you and make sure you know where you are at all times, which I thought I did, but apparently I hadn't. I thought I was going due south. I was actually going northeast. Gotta love walking in fresh snow. Okay, so it's not all ice and snow. Some of it's water as well. And mud. It's really windy and really cold, but we're at the top of a tour, or Fox Tour over there. And that is Child's Tomb down there, I think. And that's where we're aiming. It took a little bit of scrabbling over rocks to get here, but we got it. Child's Tomb, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that looks like it's going to be fun. See, I don't think going through the gateway is really the option here. We may have to go over the wall. Somebody else has gone through it though. Oh, we're safe. We're alright. We're good. We're fine. Oh yeah. So, Child's Tomb. Back that way now. Heading back to the car, hopefully get home, nice warm fire and a cup of tea. Yeah, Child's Tomb is just a memorial out in the moor to a guy who died in a blizzard, apparently. Very old story. It's been there for a long time. So who knows? Yeah, unfortunately, as with so many things out in the moor, back in the sort of Victorian times, somebody came out and decided to use the memorial to build their farmhouse. So it got torn down by them, got rebuilt a little bit later. So not the original, sadly. In fact, I think the cross is the original cross. They found it again, but there was a supposedly little motto, not motto, but a little bit of writing inscribed in the in one of the rocks, and that's never been found. So, well, nobody actually knows whether that was true, whether there was a thing inscribed in it or not. But hey, anyway, I'm gonna head back to warmth. Really is so beautiful up here today. So, doing something a little bit different today. I've come out to the middle of a muddy, wet, rainy field in somewhere near Dawlish, I believe. And I'm going metal detecting. Second time ever. My brother and my father have been doing metal detecting for the last 6 months or so, and invited me along with them the other day. So I figured I'd go along for a second jaunt. The first time it was didn't really do much. Just went around to a couple of fields, found a handle. That was about it. So today we've come to this field. It's an organised dig. So there's you can probably see there's a whole bunch of people up scattered around this field. We've got a couple of fields. I think the next field over and a couple of fields over that way we've got that we can waggle our sticks out. I'm using a Garrett 80 Pro International something. I don't know. I know nothing. I am pretty kitted out though. I've got so much stuff strapped to me. It's unbelievable. I look like something off of a, I don't know what, like building site or something. I look pro. I look pro. So yeah, let's wander around and see what we can find. A lump of metal. Nothing interesting, I think. Has that got a number on it? I don't know. So this gentleman found something up in one of the other fields. What was it?
It was a silver denarii.
Silver denarii. So what? Yeah. How old's that?
It's probably 2nd century.
Second century. So Constantine. So yeah. That's not quite Roman?
Yeah, no, it would be Roman.
It is Roman.
We're only hazarding a guess. We're not too sure what it is, but I will check later. But it was about 4 inches deep. It was on the edge of the field, going up the right hand side. Okay. There's been 4 or 5 bits of silver found. So there was a florin found, a 6pence.
Wow, I didn't know those had been found. Yeah, I'd heard about your denarii, but not those.
But only the 1 denarii at the moment. But there's been a hoard found over there. And,
oh really?
Romans found, hammers found at the back of the church.
Oh right, okay.
so quite a bit.
So those would be Saxon then?
Yeah,
okay.
And the Saxon strap end down the bottom end of the church.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So how long have you been detectoring?
For 2 years.
2 years. You found anything else interesting?
A couple of other silver denarii.
Okay.
Couple of little bits of gold, but only 3 hammered coins.
Found some gold as well there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Well, I didn't find anything with the metal detector at all. I did find a 200-year-old button, which was kind of cool, I guess. It's at the end of the day, it's just a button, but it is a 200-year-old button, so somebody's lost that in the field when they were doing things 200 years ago, I guess. So that was my find, my grand total of finds, other than that little thing, which I think is like an ointment thing from cattle. I don't know, some kind of something. I don't know. I think it's been up a cow. I'm not entirely sure, but I think it may have been. The other things, the silver denarii that the guy found when it got cleaned up, looks amazing. Looks like it just fell in the ground yesterday, which is ridiculous considering it's like 2,000 years old, nearly 2,000 years old anyway. So that's kind of mad. And the silver florin as well was like 1914, I think. So, and that looks pristine compared to like modern coins when they've been dug up. I've seen them, they just look like they're falling apart, they're all rotten. So that's amazing that something that's like nearly 100 years old, something that's nearly 2,000 years old, is just so pristine. But that's silver, I guess. Doesn't corrode in the same kind of way. So yeah, that was really cool. It was a good day, other than the rain and the mud and the rain and the mud. That's why I stopped filming, because the camera started getting muddy. Despite the fact I had like wet weather stuff on it to try and keep the rain and stuff off of it, it was still getting kind of muddy, and I wasn't really happy with that, so I had stopped filming. But I want to say thank you to the South Hams Metal Detecting Club who let me come and join them for the day. Hopefully I can come out and join them again in the future and maybe find something other than a button. But yes, I am back, sat in my room in front of the computer and things. There is a reason for that. Some of you may know, if you followed me on YouTube or on Twitter for a while, about 4 or 5 years ago I used to work as a fire performer. I basically would go around some of the local festivals and events and such and spin fire, and people would come and they would throw money at me, which, you know, made me want to spin fire even more. So there was that. Unfortunately, it wasn't really sustainable as a as an income, so I had to give it up. I haven't done it in so long, and I miss it. So I went out to the shed and I've dug out some of my gear, and I wanted to kind of check it and see if it's all working still, and it's all in reasonable condition. And if it is, then I'm going to end this vlog with a little bit of a spin this evening. It's still light outside, so I have to do that later. But I need to go through all the stuff, all the things, and check to make sure that it's all in good condition. I don't know, I haven't checked it in probably close to 2 years now, which is a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna get a tripod and stick the camera on there, and then we're gonna have a look together. So these are my poi, my weapon of choice. And like I say, they've been set out in a shed for the last probably about 2 years, so I need to check that they're all in functional good order still. So the first thing I want to check, that I am checking rather, is that the Kevlar is in good condition. It's not been chewed through or anything, and it's not going to fall apart when I light it. And it looks pretty good. It's a bit kind of frayed in places, but I think that's just from general use rather than something eating away at it, which is fine. A little bit dirty perhaps, like just mud and stuff. The other one has a little bit of kind of mildew and stuff on it, which will just come off. That's not a problem. So the next thing to check is going to be the links between it and the chain. So this one should spin like that, so that's fine. So that's not a problem. It's not pulling out or anything, so it's not rotten on the inside, which is good. These quick links, I need to check that they are nice and tight still. that they're not going to fly off, and they do appear to be, so it undoes that way, so I need to turn it that way, and yeah, so it's definitely still tight. We've got these bevels which need to be able to spin freely, and that they can, so that is not a problem. That's all good. On to this next quick link, let's check that one, and yeah, that one's pretty tight. Chain doesn't appear to be rusted in any places, it's not weakened or anything. Yeah, looks pretty good all the way down. These guys aren't bent out of shape. That bevel is still spinning nicely, that's good. And the chain here, again, there's no sign of, yeah, there's no sign of rust or anything on them. And the last thing to check is the handles, just to make sure that there's no fraying or anything going on them. And they look pretty sound as well, there's no problems there. No problems there at all. Okay, so on to the next one, which has fallen down behind the desk. So as I was saying, there's a little bit like mildew stuff, possibly like cobwebs or something on there. And that's not a problem, that'll just come off. There's a feather, a very little feather. Okay, well that's not going to hurt the paw in any way, but I don't know where it came from. There is no problems with that one as far as I can tell. It possibly feels like it might be a little damp, which is a worry, but I think it'll be fine. Looks pretty good. So the final thing to check with all of them is that they're not going to fall apart when I give them a good tug. And that's the last final check with both of them. Give the chain a good tug. And all seems pretty good. So they're all okay and working. Fantastic. Well, they appear to be in working condition, which is good. Means I'll take them out later tonight and light them up and check that they are actually functioning, because if they get any damp in the Kevlar, then they won't light properly, which is a problem. It's a pain. So I don't need that. But hopefully, I'm pretty sure that they should be functioning and working perfectly fine, which is great, which means I can take them out to a beach next week and play with them. So I'll probably put some footage in at the end of the vlog of me checking them tonight, but I'm going to go ahead and finish up and close up the vlog now. Oh, before I do, a guy that I follow on YouTube and on Twitter and stuff, a bloke called NEAFCY, just released a book, and it's really cool, and you should go and check it out. If you don't know NEAFCY on YouTube, go and check him out. I'll put like links at the end of the video and in the description. Maybe I'll put his face here that you can click on. And yeah, go check out his video because he does some really awesome videos. Yeah, if you have a little bit of money, go buy his book. It's fantastic. Anyway guys, like I said, I'm going to close up the vlog now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. As always, if you have, leave me a like and a comment down below in the comment section down below, and leave me a like. There's a button here these days, I think it's there. Do that thing, and I will see you next time.